How to raise cats at home.
Many resort to raising pets at home because of its positive impact on the psychological aspect of its presence at home, as it prevents you from feeling lonely and works to raise the level of dopamine responsible for happiness. And speaking of pets, cats are among the most prominent animals that inhabit most of our homes from other animals, as many people are keen to raise cats at home for health reasons, including increasing immunity, reducing blood pressure, and raising cats at home to a feeling of calm and reassurance and peace. But before that, we will provide you with a guide to raising cats at home so that you enrich your information with everything that is useful to you to be able to harbor these cute creatures in your home. There are many things to take into account when raising cats at home, such as handling, feeding, housing, and others, so that you do not face any difficulties when resorting to containing your pet friend. The right age for cats to raise. First of all, if you want to raise kittens at home, you should take into account the age of the kittens when bringing them, as it is recommended to wait until the full weaning stage is over, which usually lasts from 8 to 10 weeks, and not to take the kitten to be adopted from its mother before she finishes breastfeeding him, because cats at this age derive the necessary food and health care from their mother, as the mother's milk is considered useful for the complete growth of bones and the health of the rest of the organs. It is worth noting that the issue of age is one of the most important points to consider when looking at how to raise small cats at home, as the age of cats in general ranges between 13 and 15 years, as they are classified as short-lived animals compared to other animals. Nutrition. To maintain the health of cats in your home, you must pay attention to the way and type of feeding them, as you must receive proper nutrition to avoid getting sick. Here are the basics of nutrition to be taken into account when raising cats at home. It is advised to adopt canned food and serve it to cats and avoid serving mashed food to them. Choosing a balanced food for cats, as you should pay attention to the instructions affixed to the food box so that it is balanced and integrated. It is recommended to take the advice of a veterinarian when preparing home food for your cat, as it must contain full vitamins, supplements and nutrients to make an ideal meal for him. Pay attention to the foods to be served to the cat, as your food is not suitable for some cats, and therefore your cat may be harmed if you feed it from your plate. Maintaining the weight of the cats you raise at home, as excess weight leads to the cat's infection with some diseases, such as diabetes, heart disease, and blood pressure, and it is recommended to communicate permanently with the veterinarian when it comes to the weight of cats. Make sure to provide pure water to your cat. Sleeping place. It is obvious that cats love to play and go out a lot, so it is recommended that their sleeping place be spacious to allow them to move freely. Here are some other tips regarding the appropriate place for cats to sleep. Some cats prefer to sleep in high places, as you can build a house for your cat consisting of lists to facilitate access to it. Cats generally love a warm place, so give them some warmth in their home by covering it with wool or putting a pillow inside the house. It is advised not to wash the cat's pillows well, as cats relate to their smell and prefer to be in their sleeping place. Separation of the sleeping place from the place of toileting, as cats do not prefer to sleep near the place of toilet. Finally, avoid disturbing the cats. If you want to raise cats at home, make sure to provide a quiet place for them away from the noise. Place of need. Those who intend to raise cats at home often worry when it comes to hygiene and toileting when bringing a cat into the house. Not anymore, as we will show you some things to consider when training cats to toilet. Choosing the right place for the cat to spend his needs, as the place must be spacious and quiet, away from the eyes of the residents of the house. And after choosing the right place for your cat, you must introduce the cat to the place by placing it in it and knowing whether the cat feels comfortable in it or not. Choosing the right sand to put in the toilet, as there are many types of sand, recycled paper, silica sand, and clay sand. You have to know what kind is best for your cat. Pay attention to the smell of sand, as there are many types of scented sand that your cat may not like. Keep food dishes away from where you need to go. Cleanliness. It is necessary to take care of the hygiene of your cat to maintain its health and prevent it from diseases. Here are some things that are recommended to follow when bathing your cat. It is recommended that you bathe your cat at least twice a week to clean it of germs that hide in its hair. Avoid getting water in the cat's ear, as this may cause your cat to die instantly. Provide all the supplies your cat needs to bathe, such as choosing a shampoo made for cats that has a light and non-puffy scent. Comb the cat's hair before applying water to it to ensure that unwanted hair and piles of hair are removed. Put the cat quietly and gradually inside the bathtub and give him some toys to play while bathing. Ensure the temperature of the water used to clean the cat, as it must be moderate. Rub the cat's hair lightly to avoid harming it, and when rinsing the cat from the bath foam, it is recommended to put water from top to bottom to avoid injury to him. Cats do not like water very much, so it is advised not to take a long time to wash it. It is recommended to put a towel under the feet of cats when they come out of the bathtub to dry themselves. Brush your cat's hair after bathing to avoid frizzing. The health. When resorting to raising cats at home, you must pay attention and do the following things to maintain the health and safety of the cat. It is recommended to do a periodic examination at least annually for cats by making appointments with the veterinarian to examine the cat's joints, and to ensure that it is free of infections and any other diseases. When combing a cat's hair, it is recommended to check his skin and make sure that it is free of any fleas or parasites. In the event that cats are more than 6 months old, it is recommended to sterilize cats at this age to avoid and reduce undesirable behaviors, such as pregnancy, as well as reduce diseases in the female cat such as pyometra. Make sure to clean the cat's teeth and get him used to it on a daily basis to avoid oral diseases and the spread of bad odor, and it is recommended to book a periodic appointment at the veterinarian to examine his teeth. Make sure to provide toys for cats, such as a scratching post and a wool ball, as this leads to increasing their physical movement and avoiding obesity. When resorting to trimming the claws of cats, it is recommended to trim the claws of the front hands only, so as not to harm you, and there is no need to trim the claws of the hind hands, and do not try to force the cat to trim the nails so that he does not become terrified. Try to get him used to it quietly and do not trim his claws at once. Things to consider when raising cats at home. There are a set of things to consider when raising a pet at home, especially when it comes to cats, as you must pay attention to some things related to raising cats at home and the damage that may result from their acquisition. Here are a set of these things. It is normal for cats to be very mobile, which may lead to their arrival in dangerous places that they are not allowed to access, such as chemicals, gas eyes, and open windows, so caution must be taken from those places. The possibility of transmission of fungal diseases, impetigo, carried by cats to humans, as it appears in the form of red spots on the human skin. Sometimes cats, if they come near the place of drinking and food, cause sore throat and tonsils. Caution when cleaning cats because they cause intestinal infections, such as diarrhea caused by the transmission of microbes such as salmonella, so it is recommended to put gloves when cleaning cats and keep them away from the place of eating. That was the most prominent thing we had about the guide to raising cats at home and the most important information to know before resorting to buying them to live in your place of residence. We hope that you have benefited from this video. If you intend to own a cat and learned the most important tips related to this in all aspects of health, nutrition and others. Finally, do not forget to subscribe to the channel to receive all new